Welcome back to Bucket Drop and some more Advanced Wars 2 hard campaign. Today we're going to do a very interesting mission. If you look at the difficulty stars for these missions, this one is considered the easiest. This one's considered the hardest. We're actually going to do the easiest one first, and then we're going to jump right to the hardest because I actually think this one is way harder than this one. This is the Grit mission. The Olaf mission. We're going to start with the Colin mission, because this is a very weird mission. The enemy bombards Colin. Can he hold until reinforcements arrive? You don't actually have to beat the enemy, capture the headquarters. You just have to survive on this map. So, just watch how this is going to unfold.
Colin, you're in command now. Grit and I are returning to HQ to plan our continued strategy.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. I'll guard these properties for the next 14 days.
No need to worry. According to our intel division, there's no chance of the enemy striking here.
Right, no chance. What are we even doing here?
You are 100% safe.
You got it. But our intel division ain't the most reliable bunch of fellas. Do your best, son. We'll be back to get you in 14 days.
I won't let you down, sir. I'm a Blue Moon CO, after all.
So this is going to be a very interesting mission. Nothing's going to happen. I'm 100% safe. Commander Colin.
Yes. Eastern attack. The Black Hole Army. She's here. What? Just like that? Stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm. Must not panic. Stay calm. I must be strong. Okay. Tighten the defenses.
Defense is right. That is all we're going to do in this mission. There is going to be virtually no offense. I'm going to get an F rank in this mission. Well, that'd be impossible. It's impossible to not get a perfect score on the speed in this mission because you can only complete it in 14 days.
Hello? Is anybody home?
Looks deserted. Guess I'll just capture everything.
Not so fast. These properties are under my protection. Just you? Talk about easy. Reinforcements are on their way. Yeah, like in 14 days, right?
I'll capture everything by then. How does she know that?
Come on, troops, fire at will. No, my name's Colin. Keep strong, everyone. We just have to protect the HQ for 14 days.
And Colin's right. That's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to protect the HQ. We are not going to advance past, like, this spot right here. On easy mode, this mission, I still beat it the same way, but it's easier. She doesn't have any of these... She has tons of money coming in every turn. She starts off with medium tanks and a battleship. And eventually she's going to just start bombarding me with everything in the kitchen sink. So all we're going to do is spam infantry and stay alive. That's it. That's this whole mission. So as long as you can effectively position your troops, this mission is almost impossible to lose. It's very hard to get an actual good score in this mission. And in fact, I'm just not even going to try to. But... We're going to beat it. It's not going to be an issue. Move you down so you can attack. We will start capturing, because really our only priority is to capture these properties right here and then hold strong. I'm literally just going to spam infantry. Well, mainly I'm going to spam mechs once I can afford them after I capture a couple more properties, because it may not seem like much, but mechs are surprisingly more resilient than infantry. They're... close. They're not that much stronger, but they are noticeably stronger. And they'll be able to survive attacks that would wipe out the infantry in one shot. And they'll also be able to deal a little bit of damage. Oops, I meant to attack that the mech that was capturing over there, but oh well. So that tank right there is our first issue. And it's really only an issue this turn because starting next turn, she's going to start blasting me with medium tanks, so it doesn't even matter. But we're just going to go ahead and destroy the tank. Almost. Almost. Going to start attacking a little bit, and then we're kind of just going to hang right here. That's it. This mission is going to very quickly look like a disaster. But as long as I create my troops effectively and position them well, there's no problem. Capture this. I actually didn't even get a chance to capture this property on my practice run of this mission, so it's already... I'm doing very, very slightly better. Okay, we're going to try and stay out of this thing's range for now. Gonna move you one forward, and it's time to start spamming mechs. That guy can afford 4 mechs. Oh yeah, I could always afford 4. The once the mission goes on, I'm gonna have to start not using one. I'm not gonna be able to create mechs for every turn, every time. Ooh, and I'm positioned a little bit better here. All right, but she's able to attack this, so I might as well just start smashing. Just a little bit. Get as much power as we can, even though it kind of doesn't matter. I'm going to attack some of these. I could destroy one of these recons in this turn, but the score kind of doesn't matter on this map, so I'm just going to try and weaken as many units as I can so that she's slower in her advancement. Right, so we'll finish capturing here. And now we just need to just cover as much ground as humanly possible. Down, you down. And let's make some more. And we'll make... Yeah, so this is where we were this is where I was in my practice runs. I was able to make 3 mechs and an infantry most turns, but I wasn't able to get this base, so I'm going to be able to make at least 4 mechs. And maybe also an infantry. Or I could probably either make 4 mechs or 3 mechs and 2 infantries. So we'll see whichever... Oh, okay. Anything that slows down her advancement is good stuff. Okay, she's going to destroy. I don't like this mission because the strategy I'm using is a little cheap, and honestly, I don't know any other way to beat this mission. There probably is a way that you can get an S rank on this and advance forward, but this way of doing it is just so simple that I've never tried. I think even on the normal campaign, I don't think I've ever S ranked this mission because I've just never tried to. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna damage you again. I'll be able to destroy a couple of her units with the mechs, so I won't get like a 0 for my power rating, but it won't be the prettiest. Won't be the prettiest map. Okay, this is good. Destroy 1. Let's see. Can I move? All right, I can actually move forward a little bit. This is gonna get destroyed, but why not? Let's start capturing. All right, it's not worth getting damage there. Nope. And there we go. So let's see. What are we gonna look like most turns? Okay, so I will be able to make 2 infantry rather than... Oh, should have used my co-power there. Oh, well. Later on, I will maybe... Towards the end of my practice run, I created an anti-air because just the positioning, she had a battlecopter right next to me. So if I put the anti-air there, her battlecopter actually couldn't move because of everything that was around it. And the anti-air prevented it from moving further, so I just blew up one of her copters with an anti-air, and that bought me an extra turn, which ultimately, this wasn't pretty. I made, I don't even know how many units, probably 50, 60 units, however many I got out. Well, 14 days, I make, after turn, I think 4, I was making them. So I probably made about 40 to 50 units, and I wound up with maybe 3 of them, but she's just going to destroy every turn. Let me damage this. And let's see what it looks like here. Join these, move you here. Move these down. Him out of the way, move you a little closer. The spam here actually looks a little bit better than it did in the practice run. I don't want to jinx it, but this might be going even a little bit better, which is the opposite of what usually happens after my practice runs. I forgot to use my co-power again. So this... If I was making screenshots... If I was taking screenshots for my, my thumbnails in this series, it would definitely be a screenshot just of, like, this entire corner of the map filled with mechs. because that's all this is going to be until slowly I get fewer and fewer mechs until she has me in the corner. I don't like maps like this. This is fine. It's easy because it's just this is the strategy, but it's not that fun. It's just kind of stupid.
Today's the 8th day, just over halfway. Gotta stay strong. I will hold out for 14 days. Ha!
All right, let's move you down. Yeah, I'm surprised that my... Oh. I don't want to attack that thing because it's just going to heal. So instead, I'll attack that. I'm surprised that my rockets have lasted this long. They got blown up in like turn 3 on the practice run. And in fact, they're probably going to get blown up this next turn, so... All right, let's see what we can do here. Down and... Yep. You guessed it. How many units have I made? I've only lost 4 units. This is going way better than my practice run, just because I think literally the main difference was on the first turn, or the second turn, my tanks were positioned better, and it prevented her from breaking through the seam. In the practice run, she was able to destroy one of my tanks in the first turn just because of the way I positioned them, and she was able to bust through. So I was kind of... My units were getting just attacked pretty much as soon as I made them. So in this time, I've been able to build up a defensive wall of my own men, very Zap Brannigan, and this is just going way better. I'm like approaching the point where I actually just don't have room to make units here. Well, how many shots does that thing have left? This thing can still attack 6 times. Jeez. Okay, I'm still not going to attack that. All right, I'm going to attack this. I kind of... Oops. I was going to say, actually, that's fine, because now I could do... Now I can move down. Yeah. Let's just... I'm approaching the level of literally just filling every single spot. What do we even got here? Might as well move the infantry the furthest out because they're not going to see combat. And this time I'll use my co-power. I think I could just probably pop this almost every turn going forward now. Or, well, for the next couple turns I'll be able to pop it for like 3 turns in a row. Let's see, where can she... She can't attack any of these, so I'm going to start by making 2 mechs. No, you know what? I'm just going to make all mechs. Why not? Here we go. This is like the most units I've ever had out on a map. You're so annoying. Yes, I am annoying. Look at this. This is ridiculous. This is a legitimate strategy. This is basically the mech spam that I was talking about, that I've been talking about for several of the maps. Though this is not the way you normally implement it. Normally with mech spam, you create so many mechs that you charge them, and you destroy them before they have a chance to build up an army like this. They'll have time to build up some units, but you just keep sending in wave and wave after mech. Here it's not working because she had so many strong units to begin with that I wasn't able to break through. They would just destroy me on the way. So this is more of just a wall of mechs here. Let's see, am I going to be able to move? All right, so I'm not going to be able to move any further down. And that thing is still holding down that spot. No, it's never mind. She's going to destroy it with the... She's going to destroy it with her copter. Okay, that thing finally moved in. I'm going to be destroying... I'm not going to be doing any more damage on in this map. Though I could probably destroy that recon there. Well, I can destroy it, but I don't have a super big reason to. Well, actually, I do want to destroy it, because then I can move down another space. Oh, never mind. Actually, no, she used her, I forgot, she used her super co-power, so that's why she's just lasting through so effectively. But I mean, I can use this again. Excuse me. And let's see, I'll move you back, and I can move you down, and finally destroy this. I say finally, as if I've been struggling with this recon for so long. How many turns we got left? 4? 5. Move you in. This is ridiculous. All right. Yeah. Here we go. I have 2 free spaces here. This has occupied the entire thing here. This is ridiculous. I want to see how many units I have created at the end of this map. I'm trying to think of like a way that you even could effectively do this map. It would probably you'd have to be very reckless. Like you'd have to probably bum rush her right in the beginning. But see, I just don't know, because she has medium tanks right at your doorstep on turn like 2, no, turn 3. She starts attacking you with medium tanks on turn 3. So I can't even think of a way that you would be able to get past them. You'd probably have to use your tanks to probably like decoy them away. Because there has to be a way to get an S rank. It would be... I don't think they would design a mission that you just literally can't S rank. Because people do runs where they get an S rank on everything. So obviously there's some way to do it. So I don't know. Look up someone who's actually good at this game. Look up how you're supposed to S rank this, because I certainly do not know. In fact, from here on out, this map is just going to be all the same. So I'm just going to speed up these last couple turns, and I'll see you at the last turn in a second. All right, here we are on the last turn, and she just can't win because she hasn't started capturing my fortress, and she really, despite how crazy this looks, this is actually going way better than my practice run, where I had 2 units left at the end of this turn, so... And I've destroyed way more than I did before, so we're gonna just take out as much as we can. Move you. I'm just gonna let these guys be cannon fodder. I could destroy this. Cool. I actually made this for the bomber, and then I realized it wouldn't be enough to destroy the bomber anyway, so it didn't really matter. Let's see, what can we destroy? We need to destroy something. So I'm going to destroy this. And then this is going to be the last thing I attack, and we're just going to let the last turn play itself out after I make as many units as I can fit, which I guess is only 3, because I had these 2 units just sitting here. Move everyone as far out as I can. Or rather, I'm going to bunch everyone up. Yep. And just for funsies, there's a tank. There's my first tank of the mission. Well, my first created tank. I had the 2 in the beginning that were sacrificed for the cause, and I can't believe she is still attacking me with this damn battleship. I don't remember her ever healing it, so she was just able to use it for the entire map. And rockets will attack me, that's fine. She's going to be able to do plenty of damage, and I'm going to probably get a C rank on this, but we'll do all right. I'm interested how my score lines up compared to how it was in the practice run. I'm trying to remember. My speed was obviously 100. My power and technique were both abysmal. I think the power was the lowest because I destroyed very little on the last one. And my technique will probably be better because I wound up just with 2 units left over at the end. And here it's going to get close, but I should have more than that. It's either way, it's not going to be good. If I get a B rank on this, it'll be pretty astounding. I've always been curious what the, if you look at the anti-air unit, there's kind of like a spoiler at the back of it, like on the back of a car. And I'm curious if that does, what it's for. If that's on actual anti-air units, like real world, or is just an aesthetic choice, because this game is kind of goofy, like... Obviously, there's no need for black hole troops to have spaceman helmets, but it's cooler if they do. So maybe it's just like that. It's just something that looks cool. All right, let's see. That should be the last of it. Oh, no, she can't. Oh, and we did it. Look at that. Isn't that anticlimactic? Whatever. You okay there, son?
Son? Are you my father, Grit? Time's up. All I'll gain now are more casualties. Guess it's time to disappear. Toodles!
Nice work, son.
I love you, father.
Holding out against a superior force that was worded weird.
Commander Grit? Does this mean I'm worthy of being a commanding officer now?
What are you talking about? You're a Great Eye certified top-of-the-line CO, son. You could take that to the bank.
Yes, sir.
The end. I feel like they cut out some of the story. Yeah, 194 C rank. I think I was a little bit lower in the practice run, but it's essentially where it was. And that's about as good as it gets.
I'll do my best.
I feel like they cut out some of the story, some of the text in hard mode. Like, it's like, you already saw this all before, you don't need to see it again. I could be wrong, and I'm just misremembering, because I blazed through this game on turbo mode. Like, I can turn on the turbo and make this incredibly fast. Because I'm emulating this, which I own the game. Shut up. I have this game. And I like skipped all the text because I've played this plenty of times before, but I feel like they cut out some of the text in hard mode, but whatever. It's not that important. We'll pick up next time with Grit right here on Bucket Drop. Peace out.